Crypto Big Boss with another set of insights in the crypto space. I hope you're enjoying 2021. This morning, I just was enamored with what I saw. A headline: J.P. Morgan says Bitcoin could rise to 146,000 long term as it competes with gold. And there's different prints of this on different media outlets discussing this. Bitcoin's remarkable ascent to 30,000 has stunned Wall Street. In a note published Monday, J.P. Morgan made a bold long-term price target for Bitcoin, claiming the red-hot cryptocurrency could rally as high as 146,000 as it competes with gold as an alternative. But there's a catch. Bitcoin's market cap, calculated by multiplying the price by the total number of coins in circulation, currently stands at 575 billion. According to JP Morgan, it would have to climb by 4.6 times to match the 2.7 trillion of the private sector gold investment. Well, the thing that's interesting about this is, for those of you who have been following the whole J.P. Morgan thing, is that of course at J.P. Morgan there's going to be many people that have differing opinions about things, and it wasn't so long ago. If we take a look at this, 3 years ago. Okay, 3 years ago, J.P. Morgan's Jamie Dimon said Bitcoin was a fraud. He said Bitcoin is a fraud and it'll blow up. That's the chief executive of J.P. Morgan, Chase and Company. And this is when he was speaking at a bank investment conference. Currency isn't going to work. You can't have a business where people can invent a currency out of thin air and think that people who are buying it are really smart. That's Jamie Dimon. The chief executive of JP Morgan said that. Okay? Dimon has said if any JP Morgan traders were trading the cryptocurrency, I would fire them in a second. For two reasons. It's against our rules, and they are stupid, and both are dangerous. So I'm not gonna, go on this out. You guys could read. This is an interesting article. This is in Reuters about the chief executive of J.P. Morgan saying all these terrible things about Bitcoin, and then, as you guys know, J.P. Morgan went on to release their own digital currency. So you're not hot on Bitcoin digital currency, which is the number one coin there is, basically being compared to digital gold, and it is probably going to end up rivaling gold. Okay, but you go and you make your own digital currency, and then match it to the dollar, and then here we are. Now watch this. Here we come up here 3 years later. J.P. Morgan, Bitcoin's biggest enemy, suddenly appears to be going soft. That's in 2020. Going soft on crypto. J.P. Morgan, the largest U.S. bank by assets, has been waging a war of words with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies for years. Bitcoin price has swung wildly since J.P. Morgan chief executive Jamie Dimon called Bitcoin a fraud in September 2017, rising to around $20,000 per coin before crashing to under $4,000. Now, J.P. Morgan's turbulent relationship with Bitcoin appears to be rapidly softening as the bank added its first crypto exchange customers, and Dimon reportedly hosted secret meetings with the boss of the major Bitcoin and crypto exchange Coinbase. Look at the rest of this article. Earlier this month, J.P. Morgan signed Coinbase and rival Bitcoin and crypto exchange Gemini after a lengthy vetting period. It was the first reported by Wall Street Journal. Go down here. J.P. Morgan approved the two Bitcoin exchanges accounts last month and is already processing transactions, potentially signaling the end of the crypto industry banking woes. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency community has complained for years that the banks, including JP Morgan, have denied them services and blocked accounts that dealt with crypto businesses. Meanwhile, it has emerged Jamie Dimon has been hosting secret meetings with Coinbase chief executive Brian Armstrong since 2018, and author Jeff Roberts revealed this in his book. Ironically, Brian Armstrong and Jamie Dimon of JP Morgan, who was the biggest enemy of Bitcoin and has pissed on it for years, it turns out they were having secret meetings in 2018 at JP Morgan's headquarters. So Roberts told Laura Shin Unchained podcast while promoting the book, which charts Coinbase rise to the top of the crypto industry. JP Morgan's interest in cryptocurrencies might not extend all the way to Bitcoin yet. We are supportive of cryptocurrencies as long as they are properly controlled and regulated. Umar Farouk, JP Morgan's head of digital treasury services and blockchain. Where am I going with this? JP Morgan launched its own answer to Bitcoin last year, and JP Morgan with JPM Coin. Unlike Bitcoin, JPM Coin is pegged to the dollar. I talked about this earlier, and aimed at speeding up and reducing costs. Look at what's happening here, guys. You know, it's ironic that the higher the price of the coin goes, the more supportive they become. I'm going to say that again. The higher the coin goes, the more supportive they become. If we look at Bitcoin's chart, we go back to 2016, we can look at this, and all of a sudden there's all this hate, you know. In 2017, if I just look at I'm going to put my pointer on this chart and let y'all see what's going on here. When in 2017, when Bitcoin hit, $18,000 and $19,000, that's when JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon was saying all this terrible stuff that Bitcoin wasn't a real asset and it should be banned, and I would fire folks that use it and everything else. Meanwhile, they launched their own coin. You turn around a couple of years later, they were blocking. They were blocking legitimate businesses who are trying to offer this asset on their exchange. They're blocking them. Okay, blocking them. Now all of a sudden, since Bitcoin didn't go away, here we come up here now. They start softening up because they want to do business with the folks that have this asset that they say wasn't an asset. And here we come up here now in 2021. Bitcoin sitting up here at $33,000. Now all of a sudden they're like, hoo-yah, and clapping their hands, talking about, oh, its long position is 146,000. We think it could be very strong. It's funny how when things increase in value, people think you will forget what they were saying way back when. It's like folks that said we would never make it to the moon. Or folks that said that we would never have television. There's all kinds of stories out here. Folks talking about there's no such thing as a device that would give people the ability to talk to each other all over the world. And then here comes the telephone. Telephones, televisions, radio, all of these things were disruptive technologies. Disruptive technologies that literally changed the way people communicate, the way people exchange data and information, and the way the world works. Bitcoin is no different. It is a disruptive technology. These blockchains are disruptive technologies. And rather than make their decisions about whether something's of value based on the price going through the roof, maybe they should look at what the blockchain provides to the world as a whole. Just thought it was interesting. The higher the value of Bitcoin goes, the more the naysayers try to come around and pretend like they never thought it would actually be something of value. If you've enjoyed this video and have not subscribed, please do so. Please like and subscribe. Please share this with your friend. These insights are my own. None of what I give out is actually financial advice, but it's research. It's research. It's to give you a baseline to go up against when you are making your investment choices in the crypto space. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.